Now this video, I want to give a big shout out to Rasmus Højlund. Now a lot of people after last season performance and the performances from 2 seasons when he does sign for Manchester United, a lot of people will say, he didn't do well, like he did not live up to expectation. And yes, you are correct, but you cannot take away the ability of this player. When Rasmus Højlund signed for Manchester United, I believe say all Manchester United fans all over were excited, but like many more players we don't see sign for this club, it did not work. Now, for now, according to the reports, the deal na obligation, I think a loan deal for £5 million with an obligation to buy for over, I think, £40 million. Now, the player who they lose on a very good player, but obviously he don't get 2 years from Manchester United, and it did not work for him. And I'm happy to see a smile on his face going to Napoli. Now, for me, I don't feel there's a doubt that Rasmus Højlund will do well. He will do really well for Napoli. He just did not work for Manchester United. He has the ability, but over time, you will see, say, I don't know whether not the fans, I don't know whether not the opposition, but something went wrong. Something went wrong, and Rasmus Højlund knocked off over the trap ball. His confidence was gone. He was finding it really, really hard to cope. And from then on, it was downhill for him. He did not score in a long span of matches. And we all know how that thing they do player confidence. His confidence was shattered. Now, Manchester United, we don't move forward, we don't sign Benjamin Sesko. There was also a report that Manchester United will want to sign Danny Welbeck even before the end of the transfer window. Now, I can understand. After signing Sesko, we also needed somebody with maturity. And that was what we complained about when Rasmus Højlund was in Manchester United. He not get senior attacker to learn from, and we saw him struggle, and there was no other option. He had to play even when he was struggling. And eventually Manchester United decided it was time to end that struggling and suffering. I wish Rasmus all the best though. They pay me because I think this guy is going to be one of the best strikers in the world. I think he has the potential, but obviously it no work. You get for football nowadays. I feel now 2 years that they give each player to perform. You get after 2 years, if you do not show what you are made of, the team will need to move on, and hence it is time for Rasmus Højlund to move forward. Now, I watched the video when Napoli was receiving him. He said, he don't get a lot more experience, and yes, he does. He does have a lot of experience now, and we signed him from Atlanta, so he know more about Italy than he came from Italy, so he has an information about where it's going to and the pressures and how the fans they react. And Napoli fans they're very emotional, and that's so Italian fans be, and that's so Italian people also be. Now it go dey up to Rasmus Højlund to perform well for where he don't go, because it's not easy for anywhere. You get. I really hope for his sake that, of course, now Italian champions he go meet. Kevin De Bruyne dey there, Scott McTominay dey there. Napoli na good team. Hopefully they're not there the same struggling place Manchester United dey. So I see him going there and performing. I really hope for his sake say he go perform really well though. You get. I go feel bad when he perform well, say not perform well for the Manchester United JC. But I also understand say for life, some things you might want some things to happen, but it might not happen the way you want it. And this is just one of those scenarios. Like we saw it, he wanted to fight for his place. Rumors came in that he even felt he was better than the striker that Manchester United signed, which na lie. Sesko is a better striker. But I understand self-belief, but he obviously did not work. Even for preseason, we saw some improvement, but it did not work. It did not. I'm happy for the new striker we got to. I wanted them to also keep him, but you can understand why Manchester United let him go. We also get Zexi. We get another striker. So he needed to go. For this surplus to requirement, I wish say with the Champions League, it would be different case. And he leaving now, he gives the club money obviously to spend. We'll not get the money this window, but at least next window when the obligation to buy kicks in, we will get a lot of more money back. Now we'll not get what we spend for him, we will get money. Now am I happy with the starting or the attacker Manchester United used to replace Højlund? I am very happy. I think Sesko is a much better striker with a higher ceiling, but the hot to get two of the best strikers in the world, you know, in all the hot. But obviously, I understand why Manchester United we need to do what we need. We need a very thin squad that is going to get the job done. And I know say Manchester United for the future we will buy striker, but for now, the decision needed to be made, and yeah, it was the right decision. I wish Højlund all the best in Napoli. I know say he go score goals, and I know say Manchester United the fans go there, we go come and say you shouldn't have sold him and all that. We will not keep every player for our team. We can't keep everybody happy, and I'm very happy for his sake. I wish him all the best in Napoli, and I know he's going to do really good there.